Hey there, tubers! This is your host, the Mad Bag, coming at you with another Mad Bag Gamer production. Today, something that used to be not so special, but is kind of special now, because it feels like it's been a while since I've just done a main storyline walkthrough. I'm going to be doing the walkthrough of the Companions quests here in Yorvascore in Whiterun. So, Yorvascore is this upside-down boat that you see right here in front of me. And the character I'm going to be doing this with is Creasy, my Red Guard dual wielder.
I need to ask you to stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop, guard. It's too bad. So as is customary whenever I'm doing one of these walkthroughs, especially one on a brand new character, I'm going to do a little rundown of what I've put together in this character so far and some theory crafting of how I use him. And then I'm going to actually jump to a different character, an incredibly low-level character, just to catch some opening companion quest sequences that I've already gone through and thus missed recording with this character. So let's start with my items, because this is by far the most simple of the two. As far as weapons, I'm wearing almost all dwarven stuff right now, just because I got that smithing perk and had a bunch of dwarven stuff. I went and found a bunch and smelted it all down, a bunch of just dwarven levers and metal and all kinds of different stuff. Smelted it all down and then cranked a bunch out for the skill ups and just to have some decent gear. So the two swords I have were both made by me, they were both improved by me, nothing real special, no enchants on them or anything like that. And then the armor I have is all dwarven except for the headpiece, which is the Mask of Clavicus Vile. You can get this from the Daedric quest, A Daedra's Best Friend. I have a video for that on my channel if you are interested. And then I've got a lot of other potions right now, but I've got to say that potions, so far this character, this melee character, has been the one that potions are the most important for. I constantly use potions because I take a lot more damage with this character than I have with just about any other. Alright, so there's the items. Let's check out the skills. You can see as of right now I am level 17, pretty close to 18, and it looks like I've got a couple perks saved. I just jumped on this character, haven't been on him for a while. I'm not sure if I'm saving those for something specific, or if I just haven't decided what I want to use them on. I may decide before I come back to actually doing this character, and I'm sure one of them's probably going to end up going in smithing. So smithing is one of the, I would say, 3 skills that I prioritize putting points into. And as of right now, it's level 56. I'm almost far enough up to get Arcane Blacksmith. As a matter of fact, I'm beginning to recall that I think that's what one of my perks is saved for. And it looks like I can get Orcish Smithing, but haven't. I most likely will, because I'm going to go around this heavy armor side of the smithing tree so that I can have super cool stuff. One thing to note about the smithing tree is that these perks that allow you to create items out of any given material, they do more than just allow you to create the items. So you can find just about any of these items out in the world, Daedric stuff even some Dragonbone stuff. So being able to create them isn't all that great of an allowance. However, having this perk allows you to improve them twice as much. So you can get a level of improvement out of items if you have the smithing perk for that material type that goes way beyond what you could without that perk. So that's the primary reason I'm going to be soaking those up. Otherwise, I think the only thing normal characters should ever get in this tree is this very first smithing perk and then this Arcane Blacksmith perk. Moving right along, heavy armor. Now, armor is one thing that I have not done basically anything with on any of my other characters. I have an archer and a mage. However, it's something that I'm going to invest pretty heavily with in this character, simply because I'm melee and I take hits coming into melee range, and I need the damage mitigation. The damage mitigation I haven't really needed for my other characters because I use a very dodge-heavy style. I just don't get hit for the most part, and when I do, I tend to not get hit again long enough for me to put some healing on. So I will be investing in heavy armor. However, I am kind of making it the tertiary of the 3. You can see I've only got 2 perks in it, and I've got 2 perks wanting to put a third in smithing, so I'm prioritizing smithing even over heavy armor. And you can see it's not leveling up real fast because I can dodge some attacks. One-handed has been my absolute priority tree so far. I've got quite a few perks in this. I maxed dual flurry out as fast as possible. That attack speed increase, A, it's nice to have, B, it stacks with Elemental Fury, the shout that increases your melee attack speed, and Elemental Fury with this character right now it's insane. I'll probably show it to you guys here in just a second. Of course, I've got fighting stance. I don't use the power attacks a whole lot. I can actually push damage out the door faster not using the power attack. However, the power attack staggers. It has a higher chance to stagger, so it can be really useful to use on those really hard-hitting fights like magic users and, I don't know, I guess some of the tougher guys. I am going to go the swords route. This critical attack chance, it's gonna end up being better than this armor or this hack and slash, the bleeding damage of this. The bleeding damage could potentially get better, and actually, let's see if I can dive into some stats here in a second. The bleeding damage can potentially get better, but you have to switch your target. To get the use out of the bleeding damage, the damage over time, if you keep attacking one target, it doesn't stack. So if you attack multiple different targets, then you've got damage over time occurring on multiple different targets, and so it kind of stacks, and that's about the only way, I think, to get it to produce damage equal to this crit chance. And then the armor ignore is kind of situational. There's going to be a lot of enemies that I fight that this doesn't matter. I actually think dragons don't technically have armor, so like that's even a huge one that I fight a lot of. I'm going to look into those here in just a second, right after I'm done looking at some of these other perks, and see if I can produce some specific numbers on this. So I've picked up Savage Strike. That makes my power attacks do bonus damage, and I have a chance to decapitate my enemies. So of course that gives me incentive to use it more often. Even with this bonus damage, I find that I do damage quicker if I just swing each weapon in turn than if I sit there and do power attacks in chain, just because of how fast I can swing my weapons. And then the critical charge, I haven't used this a whole lot. I need to get in the habit of opening with this every time, because it does double critical damage. I think it always crits. I think I've only used it like twice, and both times it critted. I think it always crits, and it does huge critical damage, so that's nice. And then Paralyzing Strike, the top of the tree. Backwards power attacks have a 25% chance to paralyze the target. That's going to make it to where my power attacks are very high utility, and once I get high enough stamina to where I can kind of chain power attacks, doing those throughout a fight will probably finally become better than just sitting there and chaining my regular attacks, just because of the utility aspect of them. So there are the three main trees I'm going into: one-handed, heavy armor, and smithing. I don't think, I'm pretty sure I don't have any perks anywhere else. Probably the next one I'm going to prioritize some in, and maybe some training in, is going to be Speechcraft up to this perk. I've said it many times before, this merchant perk is enormous. That makes your gold flow just work out. It just makes it smooth and fluid. You can sell anything to any merchant. Allows you to come drop your stores instantly when you get back. Oh yeah, I've got the restoration perk. This is another good one that I think just about every character should have. This pays dividends, and eventually maybe this this next level when I get a slightly higher level restoration spell. But just not having to rely exclusively on potions, being able to turn that magic that I have anyway into something, into some health for myself, is pretty nice. That's something I get with every character. Alteration is one that you notice I got a kind of high skill in this. I will probably never put a perk in this with this character, with this melee character. However, I've been using it here in the beginning because survivability has been so tough. I take so much damage. So I've been using a little bit of my magic on the front of a battle to put a shield on myself, just for that little bit more armor. And then normally my magicka throughout the fight will regenerate, and I'll still have enough to basically full heal myself with restoration. So it's been kind of nice to sneak that in. That's something that I expect to just support me in these early stages. I don't expect that to be a constant of how I play this character. Alright, I think I'm going to have to go to UESP Wiki. Let me see what I can find out about some of these specializations. First bit of information. Bladesman, of course, you see here that it has 3 ranks. Each rank increases the chance of getting a critical by 5%. The first one being 10%, second 15%, which is what you see on my tooltip here, and the third being a 20% chance. And what it doesn't list here is that the amount of damage that it adds to your attack goes up with each rank of this as well. So rank 1, it gives you the 10% chance, and you do 33.3% bonus damage on criticals. With rank 2, you do 41.7% bonus damage, and with rank 3, you do a full 50% bonus damage. Comparable stats for Bonebreaker are really simple. You can see it here, and it stacks pretty predictably. Attacks with maces ignore 25% armor. Rank 2 is 50%. Rank 3 is 75%. So up to 3/4 of their armor. And then Hack and Slash causes extra bleeding damage that is dependent on the material type of weapon that you're using, not the weapon damage. So what USB Wiki says about this is bleeding damage seems to be a fixed amount over 6 seconds, depending only on the weapon material, as I just said, ranging from 3 total damage with rank 1 of this perk and an iron weapon, to 18 total damage with rank 3 of this perk and a Daedric weapon. So a Daedric weapon is technically the highest material type. And it says, I was wrong earlier, it says multiple bleeding effects do stack. So that actually makes me want to consider this as a possible alternative to Bladesman, and consider these two well above Bonebreaker because of Bonebreaker's situational use. Hey-oh, what are we doing? Not two-handed. Let's go back over here for just a second. Let me talk about this for a second. Okay, so hack and slash, if you have all 3 ranks and you have, let's assume, Daedric weapons. So what is your total potential damage output? It's going to be doing 18 damage per attack over 6 seconds. And then, of course, that's going to stack. So, I don't know. That's kind of hard to judge. I would probably have to see that in action. That seems like it might about add what a poison could add. Let's see. Daedric, I might not be able to really do much theory crafting about this right now. Bladesman has a 20% chance, so 1 in 5 attacks, that you do 50% extra damage. So that is based on weapon damage, so will be affected by things like smithing improvements, and things like your enchantments on your armor that increase your weapon damage. That's going to stack with all of that. This won't so much stack with those other factors like smithing improvements and your enchantments on your gear. However, it does stack the bleeding effects, so I don't know. I'm going to have to eventually, once I get high enough level, once I have max level one-handed and 2 Daedric items improved as far as I can possibly improve them, I'm going to have to look at how much damage each of my weapons does to be able to tell how much overall damage Bladesman adds, and then I'm going to have to compare that to, I don't know, let's say about 4 instances of 18 damage over 6 seconds, because, I don't know, 6 seconds it seems like I can probably get about 4 attacks off, so... interesting though, after reading that, this seems way more viable than my first glance at it would have made it appear. So, there's a little bit about this character and how I use him. Now, the tough part for me, I'm going to go level a new character far enough to see some of the opening stuff of the Companions quest, which I've already done with this character. I'm on the first, I would say, real quest. I had to do like an errand. I went ahead and joined the Companions, though, just so I'd have a place to put my stuff, just so I'd have a chest with this character without having to buy Breeze home. And that's been real handy, however, it disallowed me from recording some stuff, so let's go take a look at that. Kindly ignore this character, if you will. This is a character that I won't be sticking with. At least not for right now. It's a character that I'll probably keep around, may do some stuff with later, but I'm not going to do a lot with him right now. As of right now, I'm going to show you how to join the Companions. So as I approach Whiterun, out here in the farms, to take a quick snapshot at the map, here's Whiterun. I'm out in some farms just south of it. I see a giant doing battle with some people. Giants are evil, so of course I'm going to try to help out. Whoa. And God willing, we will put the giant down.
Hey, watch it.
Down he goes. I did not want to harvest the potato plant. I actually wanted to search the giant. He's got basically nothing on him. Hello, fellows.
Thinking I need to train some more.
Who are the Companions?
The Companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other.
Can I join the Companions?
Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands.
Kodlak, you say? And it appears as though I was given a miscellaneous
You could
objective.
Make for a decent shield, brother.
What is a shield, brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The
Jorvaskar.
old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth.
Ooh,
If you
mystical.
go to him, good luck.
I'm here to help.
Thank you, Ayla. Farkas. Rhea. So, back up to Jorvaskar. I proceed. I'm now in the Whiterun Plaza,
I spend a lot of time at the
very
market
close to the
stall so I
chapel,
can learn the merchant's trade.
and proceeding over to Jorvaskar, the upside-down boat, the Mead Hall, in which the companions reside.
Those two at it again?
I knew it.
Within, whoa, frame rate drop. What the hell? Within, I expect to find Kodlak Greymane. After watching a little friendly brawl, I don't think I'm going to watch them finish that. I think I will proceed straight down to the basement, where I believe Kodlak resides. Sure enough.
Still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear.
The call of the blood?
Can overcome.
Whatever do you mean?
My brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall.
Yes, indeed. Kodlak Whitemane.
Greetings, outsider. If you have some business here, speak it.
I would like to join the companions.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
Vilkas, I'm bigger than you are.
nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskar for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies.
Tell him, Kodlak.
But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
You dare question my skill?
Calm down there, whelp. Don't feel like you need to show off for our sake. Vilkas here will be the one testing your mettle.
Ha!
Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
What a weak
I-
test. Come, nerdy boy. Try to cut me with your words, why don't ya? That sword arm sure isn't gonna do the trick. Especially not when I've got dual wielding. Oh yeah.
Fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
Shh. Vilkas. There he is. Jetted out in front of me just a touch. After you, sir. Let's see what this sod has for me.
What do you think you have to offer?
Fetcha!
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just
Let's.
have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Certainly.
Not bad.
Oh, you're gonna block it, huh? I'd like to see you block that.
Next time won't be so easy.
What, 2 attacks easy?
Not bad. Next time won't.
I
You
doubt
might
it.
Just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you.
Nobody rules
Here's
anyone in
my
the
sword.
companions.
Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
A single word from my voice is worth more than all the companions combined. Vilkas. So, take the sword up to Yorland, the non-companion manor of the Skyforge. Vilkas sent me with his sword.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
Does Vilkas always send newcomers on errands?
Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the companions.
Someone has to be in charge, though.
Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group. But every man is his own, every woman her own.
Interesting, his dialogue specifically mentioning women. I'll need to be
I
going.
have a favor to ask.
What is it?
I've been working on a shield for Ayla. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Ayla.
I wonder why his wife's mourning. I'm happy to lend a hand.
That's a good man.
Shield to Ayla. If I remember correctly, she was setting like right here when I ran up there. She totally was. She no longer is. So let's go find her real fast. Oh, Ayla. Where goes ye? Fair companion. No doubt in the basement, where everyone hangs out. It's the cool place to be.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Huh. I was expecting some dialogue
Haven't seen your face before.
to kick off here. Hello, Ayla.
If you wish to hunt with me,
Ooh,
your
Ayla.
feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I have your shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Good to see you made it up here.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
One day when you and I are on the
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight?
Why are you always prodding? I would kill him before he drew his sword.
Whoa, ease up there. We're rough, but there's no need to kill a shield brother over a dispute. I like your fire, though. You'll make a fierce companion. Let us hunt together sometime. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain.
Like the butler in Mr.
Show
Deeds.
this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood. Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Looks a little bit like him. A little bit bigger. Yes, is very sneaky, sir.
Skjor and Ayla like to tease me, but they're good people.
Sure they are.
challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes.
Huh.
I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life.
Smashing things
Quarters
not
are up
entertaining
here.
enough?
Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come
Yeah.
to me or Ayla if you're
Right.
looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle.
What kind of trouble should I expect?
Bloodsuckers.
Whoa.
Vampires. Take every precaution. One bite and you could end up as one of them.
I'll take care of it.
Excellent. Show them no mercy. By the way, if you're looking for something to do,
Alright, I'm not sure that you guys are going to get to see that Broken Fang cave,
says that I have the strength of
because I believe that this is where my red guard is. And I use this dresser for storage of everything. I'm just going to take that out so it's empty for when I want to store stuff. And now I have a bed, if I want. So you don't have to buy a breeze home, and it's 5,000 gold that you can use on something else. The example with my red guard is that I used it on a bunch of armor, basically. I believe this is where my red guard is, though, so I am going to drop off here and pick it up with my red guard on a variation of the quest that this guy just got. However, I don't believe it's to kill vampires. I believe it is something else. I don't exactly recall what it is, but we'll see in just a second. And even further, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode there. So, thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout in the recent future, in the near future, for some Red Guard walkthroughs. Of course, like the video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. It makes it easy to follow all my videos. See you later.